Nowness is the state of ideal attention. That is, it is a state of being where all that exists is the present moment, without any thought of past or future. It is paying total attention to what you are doing in the moment that you are doing it. If you are eating, for example, just eat. If you are reading, just read. If you are eating and you are thinking about your bills or what is on television tonight, then you are not in a state of nowness. If you are reading and you are not totally concentrating on the act of reading, then again, you are not in the present. Regardless of what you happen to be doing, if you are thinking about something else, then you are not attentive and not in a state of nowness. When you are not attentive, not here and now, your present peace of mind may be disturbed by some oncoming future event for no good reason. For example, remember when you were in high school and you had a very important test coming? It was Friday and the test was to take place on Monday. That night you went to a party and enjoyed the evening for several hours when it happened. What happened? Suddenly, thoughts about the impending test darted across your mind, and your night was ruined. You tried not to think about the test, but to no avail, your present happiness was destroyed by the thoughts of a future event. Understand that if I were to ask you how you feel, I am not asking how you felt yesterday or how you believe you might feel tomorrow. I am asking you how you feel at this very moment. If you were to answer me by saying, "At the present moment I feel fine," then you are fine because now is all that exists. Tomorrow will always be beyond your grasp, and yesterday is forever gone. All you have is now. It is the only reality. Self-improvement. Improvement of one's condition through one's own efforts. I often see myself as somewhat contented with my life the way things are, but of course it's hard to think of anything else when there are real issues to be discussed. Still, I aspire for something deeper and more meaningful. So, we're all pelted with problems. Honestly, it shouldn't even bother or even hinder us to becoming all we ought to be. Aspirations as kids should continue to live within us, even though it would be short-lived, or as long as we could hold on to the dream. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, or can they? 1. What do I really want? The question of the ages. So many things you want to do with your life and so little time to even go about during the day. Find something that you are good at can help realize that small step towards improvement. Diligence is the key to know that it is worth it. 2. Should I really change? Today's generation has taken another level of redefining self, or at least that's what the kids are saying. There are far worse things that they could have had than acne or maybe even promiscuity. So how does that fit into your lifestyle? If history has taught us one thing, it's the life that we have gone through. Try to see if partying 70s style wouldn't appeal to the younger generation. But dancing is part of partying. Watch them applaud after showing them how to really dance, then break their bones in break dancing. 3. What's the bright side in all of this? With so much is happening around us, there seemed to be no room for even considering that light at the end of the tunnel. We can still see it as something positive without undergoing so much scrutiny. And if it's a train at the end of the tunnel, take it for a ride and see what makes the world go round. 4. Am I comfortable with what I'm doing? There's always the easy way and the right way when it comes to deciding what goes with which shoes, or purse, shirt and whatnot. It doesn't take a genius to see yourself as someone unique, or else we'll all be equally the same in everything we do. Variety brings in very interesting and exciting questions to be experimented. 5. Have I done enough for myself? Have you, or is there something more you want to do? Discontentment in every aspect can be dangerous in large doses, but in small amounts you'll be able to see and do stuff you could never imagine doing. 6. Am I happy at where I am today? It's an unfair question, so let it be an answer. You love being a good and loving mom or dad to your kids, then take it up a notch. Your kids will love you forever. The same goes with everyday life. Do you earn enough money? Hate your job? Want to start your own business? 7. Am I appealing to the opposite sex? So maybe I don't have an answer to that, but that doesn't mean I can't try it, though. Whether you shape up, change the way you wear your clothes or hair, or even your attitude towards people, you should always remember it will always be for your own benefit. 8. How much could I have? I suppose in this case there is no such things on having things too much or too little, but it's more on how badly you really need it. I'd like to have lots of money, no denying that, but the question is that how much are you willing to work for it? 9. What motivates me? What motivates you? It's an answer you have to find out for yourself. There are so many things that can make everyone happy, but to choose may be the hardest part. It's not like you can't have one serving of your favorite food in a buffet, and that's it. Just try it piece by piece. 10. What really makes you tick? So, what really makes you tick? You can be just about anything you always wanted to be, but to realize that attaining something that may seem very difficult is already giving up before you even start that journey. Always remember that self-improvement is not just about the physical or philosophical change you have to undergo, but it's something that you really want. So, there we have it. 10 simple questions to ask yourself. Do you want to improve? I do not have all the answers for you. You can only answer for yourself. Someone once asked me, why are you working so damn hard? Would earning more money make you happy? To that I answered, I am not working hard at all. Not as hard as I should, but do you enjoy it? I enjoy the process and the rewards I get. Earning more money does make me happier. It pays the bills, the nice ring I could get my wife and the vacation I deserve. Materialistic that reply may seem, but the little materialistic goals in my life gets me moving off my feet and seek ways to improve my life. Self-improvement. Improvement of one's condition through one's own effort. I have my motivation. What about you? These days there's a mad rush to be purpose-driven, and I wholeheartedly agree. It is better to be purpose-driven than going in reverse or stuck in neutral. However, why would I be content to be just purpose-driven and not living my life's purpose on purpose? I believe the real reason most people are okay with being just purpose-driven is because they don't know how to identify their real purpose for existing or what purpose means when it relates to individuals. If you're watching this video, this is the day that was created for you to begin living your life with a purpose on purpose. The word purpose can be substituted for a number of words, some of which could be reason, intention, intent, use, idea, objective, aim, function or determination. In my opinion, a purpose is the reason why you exist to fulfill a specific task that only you can fulfill at a specific time and season here on the earth. A purpose should not, but oftentimes are confused with a person's call. Purpose and call are different. A call is a particular business, occupation, profession or trade. Once again, purpose is your intended reason for being. Most people live out their lives fulfilling their call, not their purpose. They have prepared themselves for a chosen field or profession. Since they do not know their purpose, they work in that field unhappy for many years and retire. They never venture out to find out what makes them happy. I've finally mentioned the operative word happy, not just purpose. Although happiness is evident when you are fulfilling your purpose, there are several other key virtues that will accompany happiness. First, how do we begin to find what our purpose is in life? Why are we here? Like everything else in life, finding your purpose begins with finding and understanding of who you are. Understanding oneself is a process that most people neglect or choose not to go through. Understanding who you are as well as self-examination and evaluation is the beginning of identifying your purpose. It is important you get a mental picture of what you look like living your purpose now. I believe one of the most powerful forces in the universe is love. And another is our ability to choose our own thoughts. A single action is derived from a thought. One of my favorite sayings is, "The me I see is the me I'll be." In other words, I must begin to see myself as I want to be and not as I am. Once you can mentally see yourself living your purpose, those very images and thoughts you have about yourself will begin to draw the desired thought patterns and behavior into your life that will produce what you desire. Determining to change your way of thinking about yourself is paramount if you want to find your purpose. Another important area for identifying your purpose is discovering the spiritual part of you. You must become spiritually centered and develop a spiritual relationship with God. Some people don't believe that there is a God, but just because the belief exists does not mean that the belief is truth, and nor does it mean that God does not exist. Research has suggested that people who have engaged and nurtured a personal relationship with God live healthier, happier, successful and longer lives than those who do not. It is out of the spiritual that you will determine and establish your moral and value system. Your own beliefs of right and wrong, and live your life according to those very beliefs without compromising them for anyone. And as you continue on the path to living your purpose, don't forget to mentally see yourself purpose living. At this point of discovery, you will start to identify your passion if you don't already know. What is it that gives you a burning desire to fulfill or complete in life? If you are driven with passion to do certain things and you are really focused on these things as well as get great fulfillment and enjoyment in doing them, then you may have identified your purpose. However, most have not arrived to this place unless they understand the importance of relationships and serving others. Along with developing relationships and serving others, you must also master the art of effective communications and setting boundaries. Learning how to effectively communicate in all of your relationships will enable you to successfully set boundaries. Setting boundaries will bring and give you the respect you need to have long, successful and lasting relationships. These same boundaries will also help you in accepting and respecting the boundaries of others. Once you are confident in your relationships with boundaries, you are now ready to reevaluate and establish your goals. A goal can be the same as a purpose, but try looking at goals as an outline of achievements to your path. Let goals be nothing more than categories and subcategories of the outline in which you have created. With this same outline, now you can begin to roadmap your success of accomplishing these goals step by step. Finally, finding your purpose in life is not a secret, nor is it a complicated task. It does, however, require a commitment and dedication on your part to transform yourself from the inside out, from a purpose given into a life with a purpose that you're living.
Why people are afraid to take risks and leave their comfort zones. When we consider actually moving toward our heart's desire, a part of us automatically looks ahead to the possible consequences, especially the negative ones. Our comfort zone glooms onto these negative consequences. The comfort zone argues it's the actions that will bring on the negative consequences. The comfort zone's emotionally backed recommendation: no action. The comfort zone stays fairly quiet as long as we don't seriously contemplate action. We can want our dream all we want, we can think about someday getting it as much as we like, we can tell everyone we know how we're one day going to have it at every opportunity. We can even make commitments we don't really plan to keep. The only thing we can't do is do it. If we begin to do it, the comfort zone goes into overdrive hyperdrive, actually, and gets us back on track. On track to the comfort zone is what we've always done before, which means heading, again, toward B, even though our dream rests with A. Why are the consequences of action so uncomfortable? Let's take a look. 1. When we choose, we must let other choices go. For example, if we have enough money for one popsicle, and we choose cherry, we must let go of grape, orange, tangerine, banana supreme, watermelon, and passion fruit. Naturally, we don't want to let go of all of those other flavors that we love. All that loss. We're miserable. We should have stayed at home. No, the storekeeper won't let us have a bite of each. No, there's no credit. We keep picking up and setting down one flavor after another, feeling rotten, until we get frostbite. When we make our big choice and go for the big dream, it means letting go of all the other big dreams, even though those dreams may be as appealing as grape, orange, tangerine, banana supreme, watermelon, and passion fruit. If we make no choice, we end up with nothing. 2. When we choose, we risk losing. If we boldly walk into the store and say, "I want a cherry popsicle," we run the risk of the storekeeper saying, "We're all out," or, even worse, "We sold the last one 5 minutes ago. You just missed it." Why do people say things like that? Why do they add torture to torment? We don't know why, but they do. If we commit to the one big dream, we might not get it. We might lose. And not only will we know, but everyone else will know, too. It's the agony of defeat. How horrible. When we never really choose, never really commit, if we don't get it, we can always say, "Oh, I didn't really want it anyway." 3. When we choose, we risk winning. We stride in. We put down our money. We get the cherry popsicle. We claim it. It is in our hand. It is ours. The storekeeper says, "Congratulations." Now what? It's the big now what that many people find more intimidating than the agony of defeat. Defeat is part of most people's comfort zone. But winning? What would I do? What would happen to me? How would I cope? It's called the fear of success. Not only do we have to make changes to become successful, but success itself brings additional changes. The greater the success, the greater the changes.
Many people think that creativity is a trait that is only reserved for people who are born with the talent. That it is a child's natural talent, a gift if you would call it, and like beauty, it is not possible to nurture and develop it. That it can't be taught by any means. Well, I do not think so. I believe creativity is a skill that can be taught and developed in anyone, especially children. The main reason why I think children are more suited to creativity training is because children are not exposed to the world around us as much as we adults do. They may not have comprehended every facet of life as we adults know. They do not have the subconscious mindset that we adults do. Take for example, you have an idea that you think is brilliant, yet your subconscious mind is also telling you that if you told others about your idea, you will be laughed at and ridiculed. As a result, over time, your creativity may have suffered or suppressed. For children, their subconscious mind has not been fully developed yet. They still do not have the ability to tell whether something they have in their mind will be laughed at by others. For us adults, we have a certain structure in life. We are expected to behave and think in a certain way, or we will become society's outcast. Being fearful of being outcast, whether it be by your friends, family, colleagues, or associates, forces us and our minds to conform to a certain way of life. It can be a detriment to your creativity. Over mind, this certain way of life becomes ingrained into us and our subconscious mindset. With that said, that does not mean adults can't develop their creativity. Just that it may take a longer time and the results may not be apparent. Here are some simple steps you can take to develop your creativity skills. 1. You have to make the mental change that you are creative. You need to remove the mental block first. The easiest way to do that is to start a project, maybe on your hobby. Say for example, you are into cooking. Think of a new dish and give it a unique name. Don't use any references from your cooking books. 2. Broaden your horizons by reading magazines, reading news, traveling, etc. Basically, let your imagination run wild. 3. Carry a notepad or any recording device such as an MP3 recorder. Then record any ideas that struck you. You find that ideas may come to you in the most unlikely places and moments. So, it helps if you have some way of recording it.
Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Share with your friends. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.